John Luskier of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Man, I've got a really cool broadhead to test today. It's the Evolution HYDE. I tested it a couple of years ago, but now I'm going to be testing a different model and with my new 2024 regimen. So for a detailed description of my testing process for 2024, why I do what I do and how I'm going to score things and so forth, please watch the video called 2024 Broadhead Test Process that I put out earlier this year, and it'll really catch you up to speed, and that way I won't have to explain everything in every video. And for these tests, I'm going to be using my new Elite arrow. Okay, I'm loving that bow. As well as I'm going to be using for the flight test a crossbow, this Killer Instinct SWAT X1. And for the arrows, for most of the shooting, I'm using the Bishop FOC King arrows. For the really hard impact stuff, I use the Bishop Fat Eliminators. And now I'm working with the crossbow bolt with the Bishop Archery GOAT bolt. Okay, this is 675 grains of carbon depth. Okay, I'm really excited to be using this as well. So let's zoom on in here and check out this cool broadhead, this HYDE, and then put it to the test and see how it performs. So here's a good look at the HYDE, and man, this is just another cool looking broadhead here. I love these broadheads. So I reviewed a little while ago the Jekyll. That's the fixed blade version of this broadhead, and you can use it just as a fixed blade, or you can swap out the blades within the ferrule and turn it into the HYDE, which is the mechanical, and vice versa. So it's nice to have that modularity based on what you're hunting. This is the 125 grain version. I'll start with the materials. In the 125 grain model on up, you've got a 416 stainless steel ferrule. Now you go down to 100 grains and it has a 70-75 aluminum ferrule, but 125 on up, you got the steel ferrule, and then you've got this stainless steel, really thick leading blade, and this has 3/4 of an inch cutting diameter, and it's 0.060 inches thick, obviously cut on contact. And then you've got these mechanical blades that are 0.030 inches thick, and they open up to a 2-inch cut. All right, and there's no O-ring or retention clip, but what they use is they use a little tab, for lack of a better word, like inside. Okay, it goes right in here. It screws into this base, and that's what, when they open up, it puts a little dent in there, and you want to replace those. They're pretty easy to replace. There's just a set screw, and then you just kind of press it on in there with a little Allen wrench that they provide. So you want to do that after opening them or after shooting them, but you can see it in the open position there. You got 2 inches of cut here, again 0.030 inch thick blades, and then you've got the fixed blade here, 3/4 of an inch, 0.060 inch blades, and so the total cut there is 2 3/4 inches. Really nice size cut, and the overall length is right about 1.4 inches. And as for resharpening, I really like using the Stay Sharp Guide C kit. It's designed for curved blades and works perfectly with these broadheads. So a lot to like about this broadhead. Really eager to put it to the test and see how it performs. It got a solid 9 ring. It took 169 grams of force to cut through the copolymer wire, which is a 10 on a 10-point scale, plus it'll get bonus for being under 200. It penetrated 8.5 inches, and as you can see, the blade stayed open the entire time through the gel. Here's the initial impact into the rubber foam mat. It's just a head with the blades in the closed position. But by the back of this MDF and rubber foam mat combo, you can see the blades have already opened to their full position. It took an additional 46 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.08 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 58 layers. The head's in perfect condition after 3 shots through the MDF. And it's still in excellent shape after 2 shots through the steel plate. You can see there's just a little bit of edge chatter there on the blades. Here's the HYDE after all the durability testing, and man, it did really well. It did perfectly well through the MDF, and then I was surprised by how well it did through the steel plate. Got a little bit of bending, and the blades got a little bit nicked up, kind of a little more than a little bit, but they got nicked up. And then into the cinder block, the ferrule held together very well. That leading blade got a bit nicked up, but held together well. And because the mechanicals don't impact the cinder block, it did well also. So really impressive durability here. So what'd you think? Man, this was a winner of a broadhead. Okay, I expected it to do well, but I had no idea it was going to do this well. It actually got the second highest score of any broadhead that I've ever tested, mechanical or fixed. I mean, it just was just a little bit less than one other broadhead, but man, extremely impressive. I was so impressed with its performance in every area and the overall cumulative score that I reached out to the owner, Dale Perry, the designer, and I asked him if he would give me a discount code to pass on to my viewers, and he did. So if you're interested in these broadheads, you can type in LUSK 10, L-U-S-K 10, number 10, and you'll get a 10% discount on any order. So hey, every little bit helps. But check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and see if this might be a good fit for you. And stay tuned for the score sheet and the overall LUSK grade that it gets as well.